Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we are here to start our new Let's Play series, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix on the PS3. This is actually going to be the first game in the series, Kingdom Hearts. It was originally released in the US in I think 2001 or 2002, one of those years. I think I was either in high school or just graduated from high school. One of those. I think I might have just graduated from high school actually. But anyways, yeah, this game was released just as Kingdom Hearts back then on the PlayStation 2, and after coming over from Japan, it had got a few new stuff in it, mostly like bosses, and I think there was a few. I think there was like a few new items, not a whole lot, but it was mainly new bosses, I think. And Japan, being the butthurt bastards that they were, said, you know what, we want the bosses too. So they re-released the game in Japan, and instead of adding just the new bosses and stuff, they added new abilities, new enemies, more new bosses, new items, fucking new cutscenes, just new a lot of stuff. And they said, yeah, America, you're not getting this because we're bastards like that. And it took 11 and a half years to finally get us the content over here, unless you imported, which involved either buying a Japanese PS3 or modding, or not Japanese PS3, Japanese PS2, or modding your US PS2. So yeah, it took us a while to get all this. So we're going to be playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, which has all the extra stuff that Japan got right after it was released here because, well, they wanted it. And Square Enix, it might have been Squaresoft at the time, I don't remember. I forget who, but they said they wouldn't re-release it here in America because apparently nobody, they didn't think America would rebuy the game with just the extra content. I mean, we might not have bought it then, but now, yeah, definitely, especially with a nice new HD coat of paint, yeah, definitely. I've been waiting for this game to come out for a long time. This is one of the primary reasons that I never played Kingdom Hearts for you guys before this, because I was hoping for them to eventually release a HD remake of the game with all the new stuff in it, and they finally did. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get started. But before we do that, let me go to the trophy section real fast. We're going to be trying to get most of the trophies here. There might be a few we don't get. Like, I'm not going to... You do have to beat the game on each difficulty level for a trophy. I'm probably not going to show those, but because you just have to beat the game. But there are a few that I want to point out here. Unchanging armor right here. Clear the game without changing equipment. That means from the minute you start the game till beating the final boss, you cannot change any of the weapons or accessories that you have on your character or your party members. You cannot change any of that. If you even unequip it, you lose the trophy right there. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Basically, you're stuck with the beginning stuff you get in the beginning of the game. You can still use like power-up items like strength up and defense up and stuff like that. You just cannot do anything with the equipment at all. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So if you're gonna try to do this, try to do it on like easy mode. That way, enemies are slightly weaker, and you don't have to worry about trying to go through hard mode bosses with the basic weapons. So that would kind of suck. That's mostly what I wanted to say. Let's see, all this stuff is some other stuff. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there is a trophy in here called Speedster, which requires you to beat the game in under 15 hours. It's actually not a bad idea to go and do the Unchanging Armor with that Speedster trophy at the beginning of the game, or not the beginning of the game, on easy mode. That way you get 3 trophies at once. You get the beginner mode, you get the Unchanging Armor, and you get the what did I just say? Speedster. You can try to also go for Undefeated, which shouldn't be that hard on easy mode. So there you go. There's 4 trophies right there just on easy mode. And if it's first time playing, then you get all the other trophies from the various defeating all the different worlds and stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started here, shall we? Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix. From here on, this will be referred to as Kingdom Hearts Final Mix because, well, that's the game we're going to be playing right now. There are 2 other games bundled with the disc. However, those will be separate playthroughs. One will be more of a watch through since, well, they're just a collection of scenes. Why do you gotta always set my trophy data? I had the trophies there. I set that up beforehand, so I didn't have to deal with that. Oh well. But anyways, yeah, I love this game. I haven't played any of the Final Mix content, but I've read up on all of it, so I might not know all of it by heart, but I do know most of it. So we're still good to go. I mean, I have the original Kingdom Hearts practically memorized. I mean, I know they changed out some of the stuff here, but really, we should be good. So this is going to be 100% walkthrough. We're going to try to get all the trophies. We're going to try to get all the worlds. We're going to try to get all the side quests, everything like that. So yeah, let's see. The other game that we're going to play eventually, Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories. I'm just going to call it Chain of Memories. That was a remake of the Game Boy Advance game, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. We'll be getting to that later. It's a card-based game, and it's actually not too bad for being a card-based game. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. That is a... I can't even say remake. It's a collection of scenes from the Nintendo DS game, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. They're all remastered, HD, with plenty of... all the cutscenes are voiced, so that'll be nice. Unfortunately, you can't play through the game, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Anyways, let's go to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. By the way, I love the artwork they got there. Very nice. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, start playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Yes, indeed. Why do you insist on configuring my trophy data every time I do this? I mean, you know what? I don't even care. I'm not going to get upset just because of trophies. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, I love Disney. I love RPGs. This is a beautiful combination. Ah, Tarzan. I love that movie. It's got great music too. Phil Collins, awesome. Alright, so let's see. There's no options, but you know what? We'll be good. Let's just go straight up to the new game. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys can hear the background music pretty well, but very nice. Alright, so we got 3 difficulties to start off right here. Like I said, you have to play through each one to get a trophy, so I'll probably do beginner and final mix off screen eventually, because I want to earn all the trophies with you guys here, because I haven't played the game since I bought it, but don't worry, we'll still be good to go. I might do a Speedster, Unchanging Armor, Undefeated run on screen in easy mode eventually, but I probably just do it off screen. I mean, we'll just be going through the same stuff over and over again, just really fast, and that's pretty much it. But anyways, in Final Mix Beginner mode, you actually start with extra items. Let's see, where are they? You start with... Let's see, we start with... There we go. You start with 8 strength ups, which each one will increase your strength by 1 point. 8 defense ups, each one increases your defense by 1 point. 4 ability point or AP ups, which increase your ability points by 1 point each. A experience necklace, which increases the experience you gain by either 30 or 50%. It's either 20, 30, or 50%. I don't remember. And you also start with a ribbon, which reduces elemental damage by 20% for all elements. So that's pretty nice. And it also adds some defense too, I think. So you start with all that nice extra stuff. However, you cannot equip those if you're going for the Unchained Armor, because equipping this stuff counts as changing your armor. So you're screwed. I don't think you start with it equipped. So unless you start with it equipped, you're screwed. I mean, if you're not going for the trophy, by all means equip it, because it'll power you up and you'll just be able to steamroll through the game. Final Mix, aka normal. It's balanced. It's not too hard. It's not too easy. Honestly, when Kingdom Hearts first came out, I didn't even look at the normal mode. I just went straight to the hard mode, and I don't think I've played a normal or easy mode on Kingdom Hearts games ever. I just go straight for the hard mode because, well, it's unlocked, and I'm not going to waste time with the easy stuff. But anyways, let's see. Oh, by the way, the final mix difficulty here is actually a little harder than the normal difficulty from Kingdom Hearts original. It's more of a mix between normal and expert mode, which was the original hard mode for the original Kingdom Hearts. Proud mode is slightly tougher than expert mode. But anyways, all of these are going to have the different stuff from Final Mix. None of them is going to have any of the original stuff from the original Kingdom Hearts. So, we're obviously going to choose Final Mix Proud because, well, that's what we do. Alright, select camera settings. Yeah, let's do manual because we want to do it all ourselves. Vibration settings. I hate vibration. I don't know why it's so popular, so go away. Alright, we cannot change the difficulty, which is fine. We can change the camera, which is fine. And we can change the vibration, but I'm never going to bother with that. So we're good to go. Let's get started. As usual, I'll shut up during all cutscenes and stuff like that, so I will shut up. So much to do, so little time. Take your time. Don't be afraid. The door is still shut. Now, step forward. Can you do it? Use the left stick to move, tilt it slightly to walk, and all the way to run. Let's see, there we go. There's a little bit of walking, and there's a little bit of running. By the way, I gotta say, I love that that intro there. I'm not ashamed to say that when I was younger and the game first came out, I probably watched it way more than I should have. There were times when I would just turn the game on just to watch the intro again, and then I would turn it off because I'd have something else to do. Also, you gotta love the platforms here. I love them. Power sleeps within you. If you give it form, it will give you strength. Choose well. So we got a sword. By the way, circle to jump, obviously. Okay, go away. By the way, the right camera stick changes the or not the right camera stick, the right analog stick changes the camera. In the original game, it was, I think, R2 and L2 that did that. But now you use the right camera stick, which makes it a lot easier because now you can actually look up in the air a lot easier. I think select goes into first person mode. Yeah, see, it's still even it even looks really nice down here. See, I never knew that these little columns of light were here in the original PS2 game that were shining down on the whatchamacallit, the items right here. I never knew that was there because, well, I don't think I ever bothered to look up with the select button. I think I only used the camera angles. But anyways, this is a neat little concept right here. What they're going to ask you to do is they want you to pick one of these weapons to benefit from, and then discard one of these weapons to lose a slight benefit from. Basically, it'll affect your starting stats of the game, and it'll also slightly affect your in-game stats. So let's see what they all do here. Alright, first off, let's go for the sword. Gotta jump on the platforms, by the way. The power of the warrior. Invincible courage. A sword of terrible destruction. Is this the power you seek? No. Let's try the shield then. The power of the guardian. Kindness to aid friends. A shield to repel all. Is this the power you seek? Nah, I'm good. And then the staff. The power of the mystic. Inner strength. A staff of wonder and ruin. Is this the power you seek? Yes. Your path is set. Now, what will you give up in exchange? Okay, like I said, this affects your starting stats and kind of your end stats. As you can see, I already listed the various level 1 and level 100 stats for picking each weapon and dropping each weapon. What you'll notice is that the staff gives an extra 2 MP points at the end of the game, and also an extra 1 MP point at the beginning of the game. So basically, you have 2 effective MP points over the other 2 weapons. That may not seem like that much of a big deal, but in this game, your MP stat is your magic stat. Your spells will do more damage the more MP you have. They'll heal for more. They will have a longer time of effect or a slightly larger area of effect. So that is a good reason for picking the staff. The staff will give you plenty of magical based abilities to like recover your MP faster earlier in the game and stuff like that. The shield will give you defensive abilities earlier, and it will also give you an extra 2 item slots at the end of the game. Normally, if you pick the staff, you have 6 item slots. If you pick the sword, you have 7 item slots, and if you pick the shield, you'll end up with 8 item slots. So I would never really choose the sword except for the first time I played the game when I didn't realize that, because, well, you can make up the strength point difference and the defense point difference from the strength ups and defense ups and stuff like that. However, you can't make up the extra item slot or the extra MP with anything like that. I mean, accessories will give you more MP, but even then, you won't max out your MP unless you choose the staff. I personally find the extra MP to be a little more useful than the extra items, simply because magic is very powerful in this game. So I will always choose the staff nowadays. Like I said, the sword, not really worth the time, just because, well, as you noticed when I displayed the stats, the stat points are only about 1 or 2 points different in the very beginning right here, and at the end, it's again a 1 or 2 or 3 point difference, which you can usually make up with the strength ups or stuff like that. So I'm just not going to bother choosing the sword for the power up, because, well, you can just make it up, especially if you start on easy mode. Then you automatically have those 8 strengths and defense, and you're set. Let's see, now we got to give up an item in order to gain better stats. If you do pick the sword, I would highly recommend not picking it, because then you have to give up either the shield, which puts you down at 1 defense for the beginning of the game, which sucks, because that means enemies will hurt you, or you have to give up the staff, which puts you down at 1 AP ability point for the beginning of the game, which really hurts you when you have to go equip your abilities and you have less abilities points to allocate. So, like I said, I would choose either the sword or the staff. By the way, I'm gonna, at each level up that we get a ability at, I'm gonna list the ability that we get. I'm not gonna list the stats because all these stat ups are the same for all the 3 paths, or technically 6 paths, since you can do plus shield minus sword plus shield minus staff, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give up the sword right here. It provides a very balanced starting point. You do end up with the lowest strength, but you also end up with a very good defense stat. So you still end up with a nice 3 defense. So it's not as much as if you keep the sword or keep the shield, because then you'll end up with 4. But it's better than it's better defense wise than giving up the shield or picking the sword, giving up the rod, or giving up the shield. And this way you still get the 3 ability points and the extra MP and stuff like that. So I'm just going to give it the sword. And we're still going to be doing plenty of damage, so it's not even that big of a deal. So let's give up the sword. I give up this power? Yes. And now you've chosen the power of the mystic. You've given up the power of the warrior. Is this the form you choose? So you can choose whether or not you want to actually keep this choice right here. I am obviously going to keep this choice because that's what I want. Hey, we got a nice little staff to attack with. Very nice. And there's our nice little swing attack. By the way, in my opinion, the plus staff minus sword is the best statistical choice you can make for the end game. It's slightly difficult in the beginning because you have slightly less attack power, but again, it's not going to make that much of a difference. But because you get the extra MP, yeah, I believe it to be the best choice at the end of the game. The green gauge displays your hit points, HP, or health, obviously. If you run out of HP, you'll be taken to the continue screen. And those little blue bars, I don't know if they explain it right here, I forget, but that's our MP. So as you can see, we have 3 MP. If we started with the staff or the sword, we'd only have 2 MP. You don't lose any MP for giving up the staff, but you don't gain the extra one either. Magic is still a mystery to us. Yes, indeedy. By the way, we're probably not going to be using the MP for a few hours, but the important thing is that when we do start using it, it'll make our spell stronger. There we go. Nice little attack here. Yeah, as you can see, it's an action RPG, so we are attacking with the real time. You gain experience by defeating enemies. With enough experience, you gain a level. Furthermore, defeated enemies sometimes leave items behind. You can take these items by walking up to them. Different items can do different things, like restore HP or MP. Behind you. Generally, you'll automatically target the nearest enemy, but you can lock onto a specific target by pressing R1. Lock on will appear in the upper left corner of the screen while you're locked onto a target. Locking onto a target limits the actions available to you, especially against other targets. So yeah, basically when you're locked on, your attacks will generally home in on that enemy, and the camera will stay behind you so that way you have a good view of the enemy that you're trying to attack. Press R1 again to release the target lock. Alright, so yeah. See, the camera will follow you around, and you're going to stay focused on that one enemy right there. By the way, you start off with a basic 3-hit combo. These little green orbs right here, I'm not sure if we mentioned it already, these refill your health when you pick them up. So always try to pick those up if you need health, because, well, they're going to be useful. By the way, I forgot to mention, these little guys that we're fighting right here, these guys are called shadows. They are the weakest enemy in the game, and you're going to encounter them throughout the game. But their stats will vary in each world you go through, so they're always going to be the weakest, but they're not going to always be the stats that they have right now. So they level up with the worlds, basically, which works out pretty well. Hey, nice store. I like it. And like I said, I love these platforms right here. They're just so nice. And let me see if I can't get to the pause menu. I'm not liking the inverted camera here, I guess. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah. This game looks fantastic. I mean, it looked great for PS2, but on PS3 in high definition, it looks fucking beautiful. I love it. This is a field icon. It pops up whenever a special command is available. In the PS2 version, the bottom of the little 4 blue rectangles, that would change to the field icon, and you'd have to change it with your D-pad. Now you just have to press the triangle button. It's also known as a reaction command in later games. When triangle examine pops up, you can press triangle to examine the object in front of you. There we go. Nice examining the door here. I can't open it. Yeah, Sora is not as a silent protagonist. By the way, this guy's name is Sora. He's the protagonist. Hey, a treasure chest. And we still can't pause the game. So let's go up to the treasure chest here. The triangle in the command menu turns into various commands. Yeah, depending on what kind of item you're facing, or what kind of enemy you're near, or how near to the enemy you are, it'll change into a different either attack command or exploration command or something like that. So press the triangle to open the chest. There you go. Nice little tap to open it. And we don't actually get anything out of it. Oh well. You can push large crates. This doesn't come into play too often, actually. Just walk up to it and start pushing. There you go. You can also smash them. Yeah, Sora smash. Sometimes destroying objects yields items. Use them with the items command. Yeah, this is an example of having to use the D-pad to move over to the items. You can take these items by walking up to them. In the PS2 version, you could also use the right analog stick to change the menu. But now that the camera is set to the right analog stick, you can't do that as much, or you can't do it at all, I should say. You can lock on objects as well as enemies. When locked on, press L2 to switch your focus between available targets. There we go. Let's try that. R1, L2, L2, L2. Unfortunately, R2 does not do anything like that. So R2 is going to have a different function. Actually, is that R1 or R2? Yeah, R1. Wait, it's either L1 or R2. One of those has a different function later on, and it's a very useful function. Alright, so let's see. Can we pick this up? Yes, we can. There we go. Lift it, and it decided to just jump out of my arms. Where'd you go, buddy? Did my barrel disappear? My barrel of monkeys disappeared. But anyways, I think that's everything for this particular platform, so let's keep on going. Examine the door. Hold on, the door won't open just yet. First, tell me more about yourself. Press the select button for first person view. You can use the left stick to look around. Press the select button again to return to standard view. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Or not. Thank you, Nose, for not making me sneeze, you son of a bastard. Alright, press the select button again to return to standard view. Alright, we've already covered all that, though. So let's start talking to these guys, shall we? Let's start with the guy with the vest. The talk command is available. Press triangle to talk to people nearby. What are you so afraid of? Alright, here we have three choices. We can choose any of these three choices, and depending on what choices you choose, this will affect your level up speed throughout the game. If you choose mostly the top option, you'll level up faster for the first 40 levels of the game, and then level up slower for the last 60 levels of the game. Or 59 levels, I should say. Because is the level cap 59 or 100? I think it is 100, so yeah, 60. So the bottom option will make you level up faster for the first 40 and slower for the last 60. The middle is the middle ground, obviously, and the bottom, you level up slightly slower for the first 40 levels, and you level up faster for the last 60 levels. Now you may think that the first option is the best to get through those first 40 levels fast. However, as you can see by the chart that I'm putting up here, choosing the first options actually makes you get an extra 100,000 experience to get to the max level of 100. So the bottom option is by far the best, unless you're going for a fast playthrough like the beginners, where you're not planning to get any higher than like 40 or so. So you're mostly gonna want to choose the bottom options. That way you can get the Dusk experience path, which gives you less experience overall to level up. There are a bunch of combinations that will give you the three different options. I'm not going to list them all, just pick the ones you want, and if it doesn't give you the leveling speed you want, well then just keep on trying until you get the one you want. Alright, so for Waka, I'm used to trying to press the X button on these guys. What do you want out of life? I want to be strong. Why not? And what's most important to you? My prized possessions. I would be very sad if my possessions disappeared. You're afraid of being indecisive. You want to be strong. You like to collect neat things. Your adventure begins in the dead of night. Your road won't be easy, but a rising sun awaits your journey's end. On second thought, let's go ahead and see what the text for the other two options are. Let's see. You want to be number one. You want to see rare sights. You're afraid of getting old. Your adventure begins at dawn. As long as the sun is shining, your journey should be a pleasant one. Nah, I don't like that one. That's the one I chose in the first time I played the game. I made all the wrong choices the first time I played the game. I picked up sword, and I think I dropped shield, so I died a lot. And then I picked the what I thought was the fastest leveling option, but it turned out to be the slowest, but oh well. Being different. broaden my horizons. I don't think... Okay, I wasn't sure if you could talk to me because I never actually tried. Alright, selfie. You're afraid of being different. You want to broaden your horizons. You want friendship. Your adventure begins at midday. Keep a steady pace and you'll come through fine. Yeah, okay, let's go back to the Dusk option. I mean, obviously you don't gotta choose all three of the same to get the one you want. Like, if you choose selfie first, Waka first, and Titus third, you're gonna end up with the first, the Dawn path. So it's just basically the majority what you choose, I think. Alright, let's support it to you. Let's go for my prized possessions, because I need those. I can't live without my PC and my Xbox and my PlayStation and my refrigerator. I want to be strong. And I really don't like being indecisive. It's just not what I do. Your road won't be easy, but a rising sun awaits your journey's end. Sounds good. The day you will open the door is both far off and very near. Wait, what do you mean, far off and very near? Damn cryptic son of a gun. Gotta love the thorns on this platform. I love it. Thorns, Sleeping Beauty, very nice. Or Aurora, as her name is. Press the start button to open the menu screen. In the main menu, you can do things like view your inventory and status or configure your game settings. However, you can't open the menu during battle. Ah, not you guys. Fine, I'll clobber you real fast. Yeah, see, if you try to pause the game during battle, you just get that nice little pause screen. And sometimes you can't, for the most part, you can't pause the game directly after the battle. You gotta wait like a second or two, because even though the command blocks will be blue, you'll still have a slight delay. But so yeah, when the command block is red, that means there's enemies nearby, and when it's blue, it means you're safe. So let's see. Let's jump out of the way. Dang it, I keep on pressing triangle for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I'm trying to get used to the reaction button, I guess. There we go. By the way, you can't like launch the enemies or anything in this game. It's not that deep of a battle system. I mean, you got the combos, and you're eventually gonna have much better offensive abilities, but you can't like launch them and juggle them in the air or stuff like that, which is fine because you don't really need to be able to do that. Hey, there you go, bastard. See, I think if you chose the sword, those guys might take 2 hits to defeat, but I'm not sure. Anyways, let's check our menu. There we go. We're in the Awakening. Let's see, we got items. Yeah, you can equip items to your various slots right here, and then use them either in battle or just out in the field or whatever. And then the stock is the items you have that aren't equipped to one of your party members or yourself. Let's see, equipment. Like I said, if you have the, if you're going for the trophy, just don't even look at this screen because you'll screw yourself out of it. Obviously, I'm not too worried about it right now, but there are our starting stats for the staff, because we're still level 1, right? Yes, we are. So yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, we can't change our dream route right now, but oh well. And we don't have accessories yet. There's no armor in the game. There's just weapons and accessories. See abilities. See shared. Everybody in your party benefits from them. Individual, only you benefit from them. Experience 0 is a new ability to the final mix version of the game. You gain no experience points. So if you want to do a level 1 run, you equip this. Because of the way that Kingdom Hearts evolved as a series, from Kingdom Hearts 2 onwards, you gained a lot of abilities and HP stats and stuff like that from various boss fights or events, whereas in Kingdom Hearts you gained most of that stuff from level up and only a few abilities and stuff from events. So experience 0 in this game, it does a couple things. It kind of scales your stats to make it easier for you to fight bosses with it on. Because if it didn't, you would just die immediately, because bosses will just kill you right out. It has kind of a built-in second chance ability, which second chance makes it so that you keep 1 HP after taking a critical hit from an enemy. That way you don't die right away and you can have a chance to heal up. So that kind of has that built in, and it makes your attacks a little stronger and your defense a little stronger. That way bosses just don't one-shot you. So it's pretty nice. I mean, and the best thing is it still works at higher levels. You don't have to be level 1 or 10 or 2 or 3 or something to use it. You can equip it like whatever level you need it, and it'll help you out. Obviously you won't get any experience for the fight, but it'll make it so you can survive that fight if you really need it. I'm not going to look at it because, well, I don't want it, but if you guys want it, feel free. And I probably didn't do a good job explaining it, but somebody else could probably do a much better job explaining it. Alright, customize. We're not going to go to that yet. Status. There's our status. And config. Okay. I want to... Let's see. I think it's x-axis that I want. Convert it. There we go. There you go. That's better. Alright, what's this glowing little green thingy? This is a save point. Touch save points to recover HP and MP. Press triangle to open the save menu when triangle save appears. Be sure to save your progress before quitting the game. It's a good idea to save often. If anything goes wrong, you can then load your save data and resume from there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here because there's a save point. By the way, I love how the save point makes a little glowing circle appear and run off to make its own staircase. I love it. But yeah, next time on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, we'll go up those stairs and, well, we're just going to keep on going. This episode was kind of long because I was trying to explain a lot of stuff, but most of the episodes will be a little shorter than this for the most part. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you for watching Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. By the way, let's check out the save menu before we go. I don't know, I always like save menus. I always think they're nice. There we go. We're all saved up. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.